There is an iron nail in your toolbox right now. And according to classified Soviet research from the 1960s, it could triple your harvest. The agricultural industry has known this for over a century. They just stopped talking about it. In 1893, a German agronomist named Wilhelm Heering drove magnetized iron rods into wheat fields outside Munich. He measured everything: soil temperature, rainfall, seed batch. The only variable was the magnetic field. His yields were 40% above control plots. The paper was buried in a German journal, never translated into English, never cited, never replicated by Western institutions. And that pattern of discovery followed by silence would repeat itself on the other side of the world 60 years later, under conditions far more controlled and far more secret. In the 1960s, Soviet agricultural scientists were given a classified directive: find a way to increase grain yields without depending on imported industrial chemicals. What they found was not a new fertilizer, it was a field, a magnetic field. Documents declassified in the 1990s describe Project Uroshai, loosely translated as Project Harvest, where researchers exposed wheat and rye seedlings to controlled magnetic fields in Siberian test plots. The results were filed under national agricultural security, not because the science was wrong, because the science was right. And a country that could triple its grain yield without importing chemicals had a weapon more powerful than anything in its nuclear arsenal. That is why it stayed classified. Now here is what they actually found. When you push a magnetized iron nail into damp soil, 3 things happen simultaneously. Each one is documented. Each one builds on the last. First, the water. Water molecules are polar. They have a positive end and a negative end. When groundwater passes through the magnetic field radiating from your nail, those molecules align differently. They move differently. They cluster differently. And plant roots drink aligned water faster. A study published in the Journal of Plant Physiology showed that seeds watered with magnetically treated water germinated 32% faster. Root length increased by 27% in the first 2 weeks. Not because the water changed chemically, because it changed physically. Second, the iron. Your nail is corroding, slowly and silently, releasing iron ions into the soil around it. Those ions don't just feed your plant, they act like a crowbar. Phosphorus, the nutrient responsible for root development and fruit production, has been locked inside mineral compounds in your soil for years. Your plant has been starving 3 feet from a full pantry. The iron ion cracks it open. Suddenly, phosphorus that has been chemically bound to calcium and aluminum compounds becomes soluble, available, accessible to roots. Third, and this is the part that peer-reviewed plant biology has confirmed, your roots can feel it. The phenomenon is called magnetotropism. Roots detect magnetic field gradients the same way they detect gravity. In a controlled study at the University of Osnabrück, wheat roots grown near a 5 millitesla field showed directional growth toward the field source. Root surface area increased by 34% within 21 days. More root surface means one thing: more of everything. Here is where it gets harder to dismiss. This is not folklore. This is not fringe. The mechanism is documented in peer-reviewed plant biology. What is not documented is why agricultural institutions stopped funding research into it after 1960. We are about to get to that. But first, you need to understand how close we came to knowing all of this decades ago. In 1923, the United States Department of Agriculture conducted a single-season field trial on magnetic field effects on corn. The magnetized plots outperformed controls by 18%. The USDA shelved the report, recommended a follow-up, then quietly defunded it. The same year, the American Fertilizer Association spent $4.2 million establishing research pipelines inside land-grant universities across the Midwest. Funding that shaped what academic agriculture departments would study, publish, and teach for the next 100 years. There are no secret memos, no smoking gun, just a funding stream that flowed one direction. and a question that stopped being asked. Healthy soil, the new model said, was not something you unlocked. It was something you bought, spread, and bought again next season. A magnetized nail costs nothing, lasts for years, and generates no recurring revenue. The economics were not complicated. You can run this experiment tonight with one nail and a strong magnet you already own, and you will have results in 3 weeks that no fertilizer company wants you to have. Take a bare iron nail, at least 4 inches long. Stroke a neodymium magnet along its length 30 to 40 times in one direction only. Test it with a compass. The needle should deflect at 2 centimeters or less. That deflection means the field is active. Push the nail 3 to 4 inches into soil, 5 inches from the base of your plant. Tip pointing down. Set up a control plant. Same soil, same water, no nail. Measure leaf span and stem diameter every 7 days. At week 3, weigh the wet biomass of both plants on a kitchen scale. Across documented backyard trials, the difference averages between 40 and 70% in fast-growing crops: lettuce, spinach, radish, beans. Some trials show more. Log everything. The numbers will speak without you having to explain them. Here is what should stay with you after this video ends. Your soil is not nutrient poor. It is nutrient locked. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, the 3 pillars of the $230 billion global fertilizer industry. They were already in your soil, bound up in mineral complexes, waiting for a charge, a field, a force to break them loose. The industrial model did not solve a deficiency. It bypassed a lock that a piece of magnetized iron could have opened for free. The earth has always been capable of feeding you better than it does. What changed is not the soil. What changed is what we were told to bury, and what we were told to stop asking about. Put the nail in the ground, then sit with the question of why that ever needed to be a secret.